Today we're reading the Capitan, Underpants, and the Perilous plot of Professor Poopypants. You should totally watch the movie. Okay. Sorry for my big hand. So today we're just gonna read 4 chapters. Okay? These are just 4 chapters. And in the next video... Okay, so let's start it. In our last 3 adventures, we tried to save our crazy principal from disaster. He thought he was a real superhero, but he wouldn't. We really didn't think things could get any worse, but they did. The top secret truth about Captain Underpants. Once upon a time, there were 2 cool kids named George and Harold. We are awesome. Me too. They had a mean old principal named Mr. Krupp. Mr. Krupp was very rude to George and Harold. Blah, blah, blah. So they bought the 3D hypno ring. They used it to hypnotize Mr. Krupp. You'll obey. Okay. Okay. They made a mistake. Now you are now Captain Underpants. Hey, come back, Krupp. Tra-la-la! Mr. Krupp really was Captain Underpants, but he didn't have any superpowers. Stop, you big dummy! After they've had a lot of adventures, they got attacked by a UFO. Mr. Krupp got eaten by a big evil dandelion. You had to be there. They all got on the spaceship and George stole some alien superpower juice. So George gave him superpower juice. Then he got superpowers. Captain Underpants has amazing strength. He can even fly too. The only way George and Hal can stop Underpants from causing trouble is pouring water over his head. That makes him bow back into Mr. Krupp. Hey, bub. Well, beware. But beware. But whenever someone when Mr. Krupp hears someone's fingers, he turns back into you know who. Tra-la-la, oh no, here we go again. This is George Beard and Harold Hutchins. George is the kid on the left with the flat top. Harold is the one on the right with the bad haircut. Remember that now. All of the experts at Jerome Howard's elementary school had their opinions about George and Harold. Their guidance counselor, Mr. Recht, thought the boys suffered from ADD. The school psychologist, Miss Labor, diagnosed them with ADHD. That means their old principal, Mr. Krupp, thought they were plain old bad. German teacher. But if you ask me, George and Harold simply suffered from IBS, incredibly boring school syndrome. See, George and Harold weren't really bad kids. They were actually very bad, good-natured boys. Their only problem, they were so bored in school. So they took upon themselves to live in things for everybody. Wasn't that thoughtful of them? Okay. Our teachers don't use deodorant. Unfortunately, George and Harold's thoughtfulness...
Oh, what a nasty thing to say about your teacher.
Never mind. Hold on for a second. Anyways, back to the video. It's just that. Okay? So, that. Fortunately, George and Harold's thoughtfulness got into trouble every now and then. Sometimes it even got them into a lot of trouble. Elephant's verdict. Our teachers don't use deodorant. They don't actually mean that. One time we got in so much trouble and almost caused our planet to be taken by a mad scientist guy in the robot shoe. Before I can tell you that story, I have to tell you this story. It's in the movie. As everybody knows, New Switzerland is a small country just southeast of Greenland. You probably all know of New Switzerland's natural resources and the systems of governance. But here there's something about New Switzerland I bet you didn't know. Everybody in New Switzerland has an silly name. Just ask your president. The Honorable Chuckle Jingleberry McMonkey Burger Jr. and his lovely wife Stinky. His lovable wife Stinky. I don't know. Again, I don't mean it. I'll tell you about New Switzerland's proud silly name. Heritage. I'll tell you about the cultural significance of silly names. Then they'll probably tell you a really, really long story about how this stupid tradition got started. We'll skip that part, okay? Just remember, everybody in New Switzerland has a silly name, from the richest to the poorest, from the dumbest to the smartest. Speaking of the smartest, let me introduce you to Professor Peepy. Poopypants. That's a statue of him down there in the bottom right-hand corner of the page. Now, Poopypants was probably the smartest person of all in New Switzerland. He graduated the head of his class, Chunky Q, Booger Nose University, then spent all his time creating all the fantastic things. Let's look at him, shall we?
Booger Nose, yeah.
Okay, just ignore what person Kim just said, okay? Okay, let's begin. Now let's start. Back in his private laboratory, Professor Poopypants was just putting the finishing touches on his wonderful inventions, the Slinky Pig 2000 and the Goosey Growth 4000. Professor Poopypants called his assistant, Pork Belly Funky Skunk. Miss Funky Skunk Pimpy yelled, "I am not ready to test my new inventions." Pork Belly took notes while the professor and his Shrinky Pig 2000 at a hideous pile of trash. Berserk. A powerful beam of energy blasted the garbage heap as a large shred of a gumball. Hooray, it works. Poopypants, let's try the Goosey Grow 4000. Yes, we're almost done with the story, which was very actually good. Suddenly, the hot dog grew and grew until it crashed through the walls of the laboratory. "What did it do?" exclaimed Pork Belly. "What do you mean we?" yelled. "I'm Professor Poopypants. I did it. I'm the genius. You're probably a low senses, and don't you forget it." "Sorry, boss," said Pork Belly. Let's end off in chapter 3 until page 25. With these two inventions, I exclaimed, Professor Poopypants, "and I will able to solve the worst garbage problem and create enough food for everybody on the entire planet." Finally, it looked like all of Earth's dilemmas would be fixed forever. But who would have believed just a few short weeks? Professor Poopypants would be trying to take over a planet in a fit of finished rage. All these, dear reader, this tragic tale is about to unfold. Before I can tell you that story, I have to tell you this story. The field trip. Jerome Housegrove was a big and now you have to pay from pizza place. All the kids had brought their permission slips. They were lined up to get on the bus. George and Harold could hardly wait to eat pizza and play video games afternoon. Thank you guys for watching the video. Bye!